I mean, you obviously know David.
Yeah.
Neil's from the Heritage Group and also SCARS, the Canal Restoration Society. Stephen's local resident who's developed his website on the Newton area, which is really good. And you obviously know Peter. Just so maybe if you could just have a quick run through.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Right, we're now stood outside what would have been the front of the building, just to orientate yourselves. On this photograph we're just outside the porch there. The two steps in front of us would be led into it. And very quick guided tour through the building. We've got the central range in front of us here with the external sandstone wall with the ranging rod on it. And either side of it, two wings. So basically the building in its original form would have had an H-shaped plan. The sort of high status living areas, living room if you like, would have been in front of us in the central range, with more living rooms and bedrooms on the first floor and the wing to our left. This suite of rooms here looks like it's always been domestic rooms, kitchens, parlours, pantries, and again the bedrooms built on the first floor. Most of what you can see now is 17th century. We've removed a lot of the Victorian additions. To cut a long story short, internally it was practically rebuilt. None of the original floor surfaces seem to survive. So for example, where the bucket is over there, you've got the you just left a piece of the quarry tile flooring. That's all late Victorian. Rather interestingly, it looks like there are two phases of Victorian addition. You can see the low wall that the shovel's leaning against in front of us. That's probably to support the joists for a sprung timber floor, and the brickwork in there is all Victorian. And so the chimney stack appears to be as well. It's full of machine-made bricks, the old finds of late 19th century. So it looks like internally these rooms have been extensively rebuilt. The same has happened over here. You can't see it now because we've excavated it, removed it. But where my spade's leaning there, you've got concrete makeup for the Victorian floor. That also had a sprung timber floor in it, with a rather nice patterned tile border around the fringe. Unfortunately, that's all gone at the moment. Other modifications to that range include, you can see where we've excavated a section across that rather large lump of brickwork. That's based to a chimney stack. Again, that's all Victorian. There's none of that's original. And we'll go over and have a closer look at that in a minute, but it has been built into an earlier cellar, which we're going to excavate later in the week. Underneath that lot, there aren't 17th century floors as such, but there are bits. These darker areas look like it's where the soil's been trampled quite heavily by the look of it. We haven't even started excavating it yet, but it looks like there's bits of 17th century pottery poking out of it. So it's difficult to say anything positive about it at the moment until we've put some holes in it. We may get some evidence of the earliest building there. Basically, most of what you can see here, if it's sandstone, it's 17th century. If it's brick, it's almost certainly 19th century. There are bits of 17th century brickwork surviving, but very few. We'll just pop down and have a look at the southeast one. Follow me.